mynews.studio.
Imagine a ring of green plants flourishing right in the middle of the Sahara's endless sand. Could this be what the future holds for the desert?
Today is November 7th, 2025. Let's get started. The Sahara is massive, over 3.6 million square miles, and it's growing, which puts millions in the Sahel at risk from food shortages and losing land. For a long time, the main solution was the Great Green Wall, a plan to plant a strip of trees across Africa. But that project has run into big obstacles, right?
Yes, that's right. The idea was ambitious: plant trees to stop the desert from spreading. But the reality is, the desert is a tough place. Many trees didn't survive. Funding often fell short, and the scale was enormous. The wall was meant to cross 11 countries. So, people started to ask if there was a better way to bring land back and secure food supplies.
And that's where these circular gardens come into the picture. Locally, they're called tolo kur. They first appeared in places like Boki Diawe, Senegal. The concept is straightforward but works well. Gardens are arranged in circles around a central water source, with crops and fruit trees spreading outwards. But why use a circle?
The circle is crucial. It helps retain moisture and nutrients. Roots grow toward the center. Composting is more efficient and less water is lost to evaporation. In the desert, every drop matters. Ali Nadie, an agricultural engineer, came up with the design, but it's the communities themselves who really made it work.
So when people in the village get involved, did that just mean planting the gardens, or was it something bigger?
It goes much deeper. From the beginning, villagers choose the crops and are part of every stage. When COVID-19 came and borders closed, communities had to rely on themselves even more. The gardens became essential, not just for food, but also for medicinal plants. That sense of ownership keeps people engaged, so the gardens are better cared for and survive longer.
What kind of plants are they growing? Is it just staple crops, or is there more variety?
Variety is the goal. You'll find papaya, mango, and other drought-resistant fruit trees mixed with vegetables and medicinal herbs. Some gardens have up to 60 different species. This mix improves the soil, attracts pollinators, and creates a small ecosystem right in the sand.
And these gardens really started to take off in just a few months. That's a big contrast to the old tree planting model. What about irrigation? How do they manage water in such a dry place?
They rely on efficient irrigation, like drip systems, to cut down on waste. The circular layout itself helps keep water in, unlike traditional rows where more water is lost. Plus, planting in layers adds shade, so less water evaporates. It's all about using every bit wisely.
So how do they measure if it's working? Is it just the amount of food produced, or are there other signs of progress?
It's broader than just food. They monitor plant survival rates, biodiversity, soil quality, and even economic benefits. Local teams check on the gardens for at least 2 years. There are more surviving plants, greater biodiversity, and the soil is starting to heal. Plus, people can sell extra produce for income.
It does sound encouraging, but what are the main barriers to spreading this approach further? Could it really work across the entire Sahara, or even outside Africa?
Scaling up isn't easy. More investment is needed, and people need training to adapt the model to new regions. But the main idea, community-led, small and resilient farming, offers a different path from big top-down projects. And actually, countries outside Africa are starting to show interest in this approach.
This isn't just about gardens. It's about how local ideas can address desertification and food shortages, problems that affect millions as the climate shifts. Could this method be a guide for other regions facing similar threats?
That's the hope. These circular gardens prove that even in tough environments, land can recover when local communities lead. It's really a story of adapting and problem-solving, with lessons that reach far beyond the Sahara.
So to wrap up, the Sahara's circular gardens offer a new way to fight desertification and food insecurity. They're designed locally, cared for by communities, and the results: better food access, restored land, and stronger economies are already showing.
Thanks for listening as we explored the green circles reshaping the Sahara. Could this mark the beginning of a new approach to climate adaptation?
Thank you for tuning in. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. You can try it now for free.